All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to download and customize our free Divi starter template. This template will allow you to design websites really fast, consistent, and you can use it on as many websites as you want. Now, as I mentioned, it's absolutely free and it also runs on a page builder called Divi. So you need to have Divi installed on your website. If not, I have a link to all of that in the video descriptions below. All right, so what we need to do first is to download it. So I'm going to come over here to this page. So this is the link where you want to download it from. It's funnelstoincome.com/Divi template. So all you need is to enter your first name and last name and then check your email. And in your email is where you're going to have the download link. Now let's go to a website which has been freshly installed with Divi with no template at all. So over here is the website. So take a look at the header here. We can see here we have a standard header, and let's scroll down to the bottom here. We also have this standard footer. This is what you get when you install Divi for the first time. So what we want to do here is to just save us a lot of time designing the header, customizing the fonts, and also the footer. So what we're going to do now is to install the template that we've just downloaded. All right, so back over here now, I'm going to go to my website. So this is my dashboard here. So I need to go all the way down here to Divi and then click on Theme Builder. Right, so this is my area that I need to install my template. So make sure that when you download the template, you unzip that file. It's important that you unzip it. If you don't unzip it, you are going to have problems. It won't work. So you need to unzip it until you have a .json file. All right, so let's go ahead now and install this. So I'm going to click here on portability. All right, so let's go ahead now and install this. So I'm going to come over here to portability, click on these two arrows here, and now we have this pop-up. Next, you want to click on import, and then you want to click on choose file. So this is the file that we've just unzipped. So my file is in my downloads folder. So I'm going to come over here, and here it is, Divi starter template.jsa on whatever JSON. Okay, so it shouldn't be zipped. I need to specify that and emphasize it a lot. This should be an unzipped file. So if I click here and click open, so now we are ready to import our theme builder template. So I'm going to click here. Excellent. So these are all the files for our template. So as you can see, everything is all designed for you. You don't even need to do anything here. So what I'm going to do next now is to open our site in a new tab, and you are now going to see a transformation. So first of all, our font here has changed. I'm not sure if you noticed that. Our header here is also changed, and notice what happens when I start scrolling. This now has changed color as well. And if I go all the way down to the bottom here, you can see that now we have a footer. Now there's a bit of work that needs to be done here, and that is to customize it to suit our needs. Okay, and I also forgot to mention one thing, and that is our text here is all customized. We have now consistency on our website. Now, this is just not the only page that has been updated. This has been updated across the whole website. So if I now go to the contact page, you're also going to notice that we have a page title here. We also have our header, and when I scroll down, we also have our footer. Now, these colors that we have may not suit your design, and so you may want to go in and change these colors and perhaps even change the fonts. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do now. Okay, so back over here now on our site, you need to make sure you are in the theme builder. So the first thing you want to do here is to come to theme options and add our colors. So I use a website called coolers.co. This is where I would go and copy all my colors. So let's start here with this Oxford blue. I'm going to click here on copy, and then I'm going to come to my site here and replace all these colors with my colors from my color palette. So these are the colors that perhaps may go with your company colors, or this could be the colors of the site you are designing. So as you can see, all I'm doing here is to copy all these colors here and then just pasting them in my main color palette. There we go. So I want to continue do this until I add all the colors from my color palette. All right, so I've added all my colors. So now I'm going to hit save changes, and all my changes have been saved. Now it's time to customize our template. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to the theme builder, and let's start with our global header. So I'm going to click on this pencil icon. So first things first is we want to go in and change our colors. And then we're going to move on and change the logo. So our background color here, to change it, you want to click on section settings. click on background, and this is our current color that we have. Now, these colors that I've been adding a few moments ago are now here on the bottom. So this is why it's important to go in and add our colors, because it just makes things easier when we start customizing our template. So I'm going to start off with this color here. So this is going to be my main color. Next, I'm going to click on a sticky, and this is going to be the color that we see when we start scrolling. So you can choose from any of these colors here on your side. So you can just choose any of these. Okay, so I'm going to go with this color right here. Okay, so that's pretty much all that we need to do here. I'm going to save. Now, let's say you want to go in and change your text. So to do that, you want to make sure you click on our menu here. And now we can go into design, menu text, and this now is where we can customize our text. So my normal text here can be maybe perhaps this color right here, and then on the sticky, and this is where when we scroll, it can be the color that we can have. So as you notice here, I'm using dark and light colors. So I'm pretty much happy with that. So now I'm going now to save. All right, so all you need to do now is to save the work that we've just done so far. The next part now is to set our logo, because this is also very, very important. Let me show you how to do that. So back over here now, what we need to do is to come to theme options. So click over here, and this now is going to take you to your Divi theme options. Next, you want to click upload and upload your own logo. So right now I don't have logos here, so I need to upload one from my computer. So I'm going to click here on select files. Now my logo is on my desktop, so I'm going to come over here. Okay, so I'm going to double click on this one here. Yes, that's my logo. I'm now going to click on set as logo right here on the bottom right. Okay, so now I can hit save changes. So let's take a look at our site now and see if our logo is now showing. So I'm going to open this new tab, and now we can see that our logo is showing. And if I go all the way down to the bottom here, we can see that our logo is showing as well. So what we need to do now is to resize this. So just in case your logo might be a bit too small, like in this case here. So I'm going to come back to my theme options. Now we need to go back into the theme builder, because the setting is over here in the global header. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon. So if you're unable to access this, you can just click here on the bottom and then click on layers. So now you can collapse this and go into your first column. So this is where you have your logo. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon. Now I am in my settings. So all we have to do now is to click on design, sizing. So here is where you have the width of your logo. Okay, so I'm going to just stretch this a little bit up to about maybe 40% or maybe even 44%. Now I'm going to hit save, and now I can see that our logo looks much better. All right, so now that we have our logo set, the next step now is to customize our colors for our fonts and also for our headings. Let's go ahead and do that. So over here now, I just need to save and exit. So to do that, we have two places. So we have a separate template here for our homepage. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon. Okay, so these are the colors and these are the fonts. Now you don't really have to go in and change anything here, because as you can see, this is our home page and things look pretty much okay on this page. So you can see here, everything looks quite okay. Right, so the main page that we need to go in and customize is going to be for all the pages. So all pages, this is where the template is. I'm going to click here on this pencil icon. So what we're going to do here is to go to our page title area. So I'm going to click on this little icon and then go to my background. So this is our color. So perhaps we may want to change this to our own color. So I'm going to go with something totally different here. So I'm going to go with this blue. Next, I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to now go into my post content area. So I'm going to click on this gear icon. So all I have to do here is to change the colors of my title. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon here, on the paintbrush icon, and then I'm just going to change the colors of the heading. So this could be perhaps my heading color. Move on to the next one, do the same thing, move on to the third one, do the same thing as well. And then I'm going to do the paragraphs. So I'm going to click here. And for the paragraph text, I'm going to go with, let's see what we can go with. Okay, I'm going to go with this color here. So that's going to be the color for my paragraph. Ideally, you need something a bit dark here. Next, I'm going to save one more time. So now if I go to any page on my site, let's say, for example, the contact page, our text here has been updated. As you can see here, this is now my heading color. And when I scroll, now we have the footer to work on. Okay, so far so good. I've changed my heading color. I've also changed my paragraph text, and we've also added our logo and customized our top here when we scroll. Okay, fantastic. Now let's go back and let's make some changes to our footer. So to make our footer consistent with our color palette, we just need to click here on this pencil icon. So I'm going to start with the background color here. So I'm going to click on the gear icon, go to the background, and we have a few colors to play around with here. So we can either use this. So I think this works great, or we can just go with, say, this color here. But, you know, for the footer, I prefer going with a dark color. So you can also use colors here from our palette that is generated by Divi. So we can just try some different colors here. I don't think that's great. Let's go with this one. No, that's too dark. So you can just try out which colors here work well for you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep things simple. I'm going to go with this color here on my color palette. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to save. Next, I can now go into all these settings. So for this text, I'm going to go into this gear icon here to go into my text settings. And then I'm going to come over here to design. And now I can change my colors. So for this, I'm going to go with this color right here. And as you can see, it's very subtle, but it works really well. So I'm going to save that, do the same over here. And add my color. And then I'm going to save. Now over here for the page titles, same thing. I'm going to click here on this gear icon. Click on the paintbrush icon. And now I can add my colors. So for this, I'm going to go with, okay, we're going to go with this here. I'm going to save that and then do the same for the other two. So now that we've added our colors, what we also need to do is to assign these links to the specific pages. So for example, I'm going to come over here to my text settings. So we have a contact page here. So I'm going to click here on the contact, copy this URL like that by hitting Command C, and then back over here. I can now target my contact link, highlight it, click on the chain icon, and then we're going to paste our URL in here and then hit OK. So you want to do this for all the other pages that we have here on the links. And once you've done that, it means that your footer is now working okay. And you also need to do the same over here with your social media icons. So once you link everything, it's going to be applied across the whole template. And when people come now to your website, they will be able to go to those specific pages much, much easier. So pretty much this is what you need to do to customize our free Divi starter template. This is going to help you design your websites really, really fast. And as I mentioned, this is absolutely free. So go ahead, download it and start using it right away. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.